Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Now in this video I will be covering topics such as how to make money, whether you're a beginner or you've been playing for a while and you are just sick of having literally no money. I mean, I was like that at one stage, I'm not even gonna lie. So don't worry, been there, done that, but I'm here today to show you exactly how to, get out of that stage of having no money and wanting to buy the luxuries in life, you could say. Oh, nah. Okay, so in this video I'll be covering quite a few stages of uh, amounts of money you may have. The starting one of course being literally having no money and basically how to get your first few $100,000 to $1 million with nothing really. There are a few ways to do this. Now probably in my opinion the best way to actually make money off the start would almost most definitely be doing jobs. Uh, it's quite simple. You go into online, you go to jobs, and you go quick job. For some reason, it's not working for me. Couldn't tell you why. Frankly, I don't know. Um, Another one, I'm pretty sure if you maybe you have a playlist already, you can go my playlist, do that. Don't know why it's not letting me into jobs, but I would most definitely recommend doing jobs to start off with. Okay, so for a first, beginner, how to make your first few $100,000 would most definitely be doing jobs. Jobs are pretty simple. You can go to map, online, and quick job. Frankly, I don't know why it's not letting me do a quick job or go to any playlists or anything. I really don't know. There are quite a few in there that will give you pretty decent amounts of money. Um, Now, if you have friends on GTA as well, and you're getting it because they've got it, and you want to, for example, follow in their footsteps and just be better because you're the guy that has nothing and they keep blowing you up. Um, Possibly they may be nice enough to let you do a casino heist with them. Now, I'm not sure if there's like a level requirement for this or not. I don't believe there is, but there could possibly be. But say there isn't, that would most definitely be probably the best way to earn money at the start of the game, because each heist will give you $400,000 if you split it 25% each, which is what me and my mates normally do anyway. So that would probably be a good idea. Now let's say you've made your first few $100,000. That's where you will want to go in and buy yourself a home, uh, preferably a high-end apartment. Why is pretty simple, let me show you. Now you'll want to go to high-end and go all the way down to the cheapest one, which is, I think it's about 200 grand. Oh, no? These still high-end? Yeah, these still high-end. Okay, never mind. They're a lot cheaper. But please, God, don't get something like that. Save up a bit of money and get something decent. Get an apartment in here. Now, why would I say get high-end over medium? Because, oops, sorry. Um, Mediums don't give you an automatic 10-car garage, whereas high-end ones do, and they're usually pretty decent apartments. All these give you 10-car garage, which is usually pretty handy for storing, for example, vehicles, of course. Alright, heading into my apartment here. This is, I believe, the most expensive one. I think it still is. I don't know. It was around $1 million plus any accessories you want to add on. I don't really see a point in any of them. You don't need to get any accessories to it. Frankly, the $1 million one looks amazing already. So another add-on, well, feature that is in the buildings is heists. Now these heists you do need friends for. Now I haven't done many of them. I do know about them though. So you can, for example, how do I? Is nothing just no? Nothing wants to work for me today. I don't think. Oh, it's a bit annoying. That's okay though. Oh no, is that just browse internet? That is just browse internet. Never mind. So essentially, you walk in here, and for the first heist you need, believe, only 2 people to do it. But then after I think the next 5 you need 4 people to do them. Now these will range from, earning you $400,000, maybe a little less for some of them, up to $1 million for some of them. I would recommend putting them on hard mode. Yes, it makes it a little bit harder, but it gives you 1.5 times the amount of cash. That's a bargain. Well, sorry, that's a great deal. That's not a bargain. That's a great deal. Um, so essentially, I do that. Now you will have to do setups for each one of these, and you will have to do uh, you will have to have crew members for them. Now the thing with the heist is essentially if you have okay, there are a few really rare rewards you can get. If you complete all the heist setups and all the heists with the same crew members, you get an extra $1 million. If you complete the heists and setups without dying, that's an extra million. If you do both of them on hard mode, then I believe you get about $10 million as a bonus. Yes, $10 million. Now that's okay. First of all, that's insane. That's why it is so. It gives you such a good reward because no one does that. You don't just casually go and do all the setups and all the heists without dying. And if you do, that means you have to start over. So I mean, good luck if you want to do that. Okay, now let's say here you've got yourself $1 million. Now your next goal, well, okay, essentially if you want to start making the big bucks, personally then I suggest the next goal would be getting yourself a CEO office. Now these can be found in the Dynasty 8 executive here. For this one was $1 million. So, it's pretty nice. You can get, some extra things here. Don't worry, they're not necessary whatsoever. Oh, okay, sorry. And you can also get a garage along with it. No, hang on. So, up to 60 vehicles. I do have this, and trust me, it's worth it. It is amazing. So, what do you do with the CEO business? Well, to start off with, you want to, once you buy it, you go to SecuroServe and go register as a CEO. That will register you as your CEO. If, for me, I have a lot more other things, so everything that I own basically just went yellow on the map because that is the color they have chosen for me. So this is my oh, hang on, went past it. This is my office here. Now, quick side note, once you get into later stage of the game, it's pretty important that you do have friends to help you do a lot of this work, because you do need friends to do a lot of it and make all the money. I mean, you can rely on in-game people that you don't know, but I don't know how reliable it really is. Friends most definitely are the best. So, once you buy this office, you won't have cash spilling around everywhere, you won't have all this. You get that once you make more money on here. Now, what we're looking at here is special cargo, vehicle cargo, and special vehicle work. So, for special cargo, you'll want to purchase yourself a cargo warehouse. They're decently cheap, $200,000. Think maybe a little bit more. Haven't bought one in literally forever. Now this is where you can set up to go do missions for it. You come to the CEO, you press on this. Now you can choose to get 1, 2, or 3 crates, all at different prices. You save up all your crates, and I recommend selling them at 16 crates. Make sure you have a friend that can do this with you as well. Probably the most important part. Yeah, so all that stuff is pretty straightforward there. So I recommend buying one of them first. You can do that. I'll show you after this where you can buy all of it. But the big money maker is the vehicle warehouse here, where I've made $12.75 million off it. You come here, you source the vehicles, you collect them. High end, mid range, and low range all give you different amounts of money. That's pretty straightforward there. I do have another video, go check that out, on how to only get high-end vehicles. That's also pretty straightforward, but very, very handy, especially for making money. I followed that, and yeah, look at me, 2.75 million. Okay, so now we've talked about the basics of getting the CEO. That's pretty straightforward. Now that's where you will start making your millions. Like, frankly, it is. What do you want to get after that? Well, first, some vehicles you will most definitely want to get. Before, before if possible, but I wouldn't recommend it because you don't have a steady income. But like, for example, the oppressor. Like one of the oppressors, I've done quite a few videos on them. They're pretty straightforward. But no, I'd recommend getting the oppressor as soon as you can. They're always pretty handy. I mean, I didn't think they were until I got one myself. I could shoot this guy if I want to. Not going to. Not that mean. He's probably having a heart attack. But like, the oppressor always comes in handy when it comes to traveling across the map, getting all of the, you know, equipment that you may need to get for heists, or just in general stealing vehicles, cargo, just transporting yourself from one place to another when making money or needing to get somewhere is always helpful because it saves so much time. Like, frankly, if you do the glitch, well, not glitch type of trick that I've done in one of my other videos where it shows you how you can stay on the oppressor at 130 miles an hour, like we're traveling at 108 or something about that now, and then boof, that goes down, we're about, I don't know, 130 or something right now. Like, it makes everything so much quicker, you can outrun everyone super easy. So the oppressor is one vehicle I'd definitely recommend getting as soon as possible. But of course it's expensive and just frankly not easy to get, I guess. I mean, I don't know, there are a lot of requirements to make it like amazing. For example, missiles. Like, everyone wants them, but it's like an extra $1 or $2 million until you can actually then purchase the upgrade, which is another $200,000. So it's a whole different level thing. Another one is the armored, just any armored vehicles. They are extremely handy. Oh, hee. Look, the crap. Are we good? Are we good? We are good. Oops. But look, example like this, the oppressor's amazing, just to come in, take something and leave. Yes, I know there's a lot of hate around some of them sometimes, but guess what? That's GTA. Get used to it. But no, the armored vehicles such as thingamajiggy, the armored Karma, whatever the hell you call it, the one that you find, super good. I'd recommend it over any of the other armored vehicles. It costs 500 grand or something, but it makes it basically impossible for NPCs to shoot you in vehicles, do any of that. It's extremely handy. I like your car, miss. Yes, the diamonds were delivered. Thank you very much. So those are two vehicles I'd recommend getting. The armored vehicle I'd recommend getting as soon as possible, like whether you have, like, you know, mass amounts of money or not. Like, it's just handy anyway when it comes to doing certain missions because you just won't die as often. Those are the facts. It basically makes you invincible to NPCs. But what do you get after you've got all the things for the CEO? That's another pretty straightforward thing. You either get a facility, bunker, or a hangar. You can choose. I believe the order I did it in was, actually, I think I got the facility and the hangar on the same, like at the same time. Like, there was a big deal on, and they were like half price. So yeah, right. Like, and I had $3 million anyway, so I was like, okay, well, I'll spend it when I can. And then I got the bunker. I regret not getting the bunker first because it is actually amazing. The bunker's also used for research when it comes to certain vehicles, like the Mark 1 getting the missiles. You don't know if you don't know how to do that or whatever, you're confused about that, go look at one of my other videos, tells you exactly how to do that. That's pretty straightforward once you know how to do it, but it's not easy at all. It's easy to understand, but not easy to do. But the bunker I'd recommend because it's easy to get the resources, but like I've said before, you need to have friends online to make it so much faster. Like if you have 3 other friends online helping you grind, you can probably smash out $1 million in a day or more. Actually, no, sorry, I take that back because you've got to process it. But you can do that with the hangar. I do medical supplies. I believe they give you a bit more of a bonus because the missions are a little bit harder. But if you have 4 of you getting 4 medical supplies at a time, that's 40 grand worth each time. And when you go to sell them, they're worth even more. Or the more you get, the more they are worth. So medical supplies when doing the hangar missions are by far the best. Make sure you have friends with it. Our facility is good for storing things like tanks. I believe you still tanks in there? I don't know. I believe so. Anyway, yeah, so I believe you store the tanks and Avenger in there. Might be wrong. I don't know. Have to have a look. But the facility is handy for heists. Heists are mainly what the facility is for, I believe. But if you want to make just quick money without heists, like I don't do many heists whatsoever unless friends invite me to do one. Nightclub, that'll get you a constant income without doing anything, but it doesn't get you a whole lot, to be honest. But it's handy just to have, I guess. But you know, the hangars and the bunker are the 2 next things you'll want to get. Of course, how much you pay for them will depend on where they are, which can be a bit of a big thing. I don't know, some people will disagree, but you know, if you have a look at where you can buy them, if we go to, I believe it's foreclosure, you know, there is, you know, yeah, sorry, wrong one. This one? Yeah. So if we go have a look at bunkers. Yes, the bunker. So I got this one. It's reasonably close to the city. It's just about the closest one, I think. Pretty easy to access. But, you know, they're not cheap whatsoever. I can't remember how much I got mine for. But, you know, the further you go out, the cheaper you'll get them, I guess. You know, that makes sense. Yeah, like the one out here, you know, it's $1.1 million. One I got was, at the time, about $1.1 million because of the deal that was on. Hangars, I got the one at the airport. That's just easy. Nightclubs, got the one down there. Facilities, I got this one here. Yeah. I didn't do it up a whole lot. I just got what I needed to get because, you know, I didn't think it was too important. What is this? Okay then, that is interesting. I didn't know what that was, but that is actually really cool. How much does that cost? Oh, okay, that's on sale right now. Okay, cool. Security room. Okay, lounge. Yep, Zoom calls. Yep, okay. That's pretty straightforward. But those are the 2 I'd get after that. I never got the motorcycle club. I don't know why. I preferred the CEO buildings. Yes, I know people say, oh yeah, but there's so much potential with a nightclub. But same once you get a CEO. Like a CEO building, there's so much more potential in my opinion. Especially the car, like special vehicle cargo. Vehicle cargo? Yeah, vehicle cargo. That is by far, in my opinion, the most profitable way of making money. Like if you grind that with friends, like I did that once, you can probably make $2 million a day. I'm not kidding. Like, if you have 4 people online, you use my trick, get high-end cars every single time, you will, make insane amounts of money. Anyway guys, thank you for joining me this episode. I gotta wrap it up here, but have a good one.